All right, well, the reason why they do this, the reason why we have this game tonight, Dallas and Baltimore, is because Baltimore has been unbelievable. Their offense all year has been very good. Here are all the games today, and it's going to be a few very good ones, including Cincinnati and Chicago. Pittsburgh and the New York Giants, very big. It's just you just didn't realize it. If you're a Giants fan or a Steeler fan, San Francisco is struggling. 1-1 in the last two games. There's one that they lost and should have won, and one they won and should have lost. They should have lost that Pittsburgh game. Should have absolutely lost that game. Oakland plays New Orleans and all that stuff. So we're going to be ready to go right now. Let's see. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Let's see. Good. No! I didn't want Dallas and Baltimore to do that. Oh, I wish I could. All right, so we're going to switch. 83 Cincinnati and 85 Chicago. So 83 Cincinnati, 85 Chicago. Chicago's 5-4. I believe it's 6-3 versus 5-4. And it happens. Yeah, it is. Houston and New York. Tennessee will play Buffalo. Baltimore and Washington, the Beltway Series. Pittsburgh, New York Giants. Now this is going to be big because Cincinnati, that's huge. Both teams. Chicago is trying to get a playoff spot. Oakland and New Orleans, very big there. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. Green Bay, St. Louis. We're staying away from Cincinnati, Chicago. Kansas City, LA. San Diego, Seattle. Jacksonville takes on Denver, who got their first win. Cleveland, Carolina. There's a lot going on in the AFC Central. A lot. So Soldier Field in Chicago. Cincinnati is 6-3. Chicago was 5-4. And we're going to be about ready to go. Cincinnati and Chicago. As today, it should be a good one. Walter Payton is 7 yards away from 1,000. Coin toss, they're going to defer, and Chicago will receive. And we're underway. Jim Breach to the 6-yard line. Here's Willie Gault. He has speed. He's a sprinter from the 15 to the 20, to the 25, up to the 30, and up to the 33. So for Chicago, their offense much maligned, but right now in the replay, it is Jim McMahon. Oh yeah. In this, 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. A very good rating here. Walter Payton at 993. And you can see everything going here. So what's going to be Cincinnati's defense as we take a look. Ken Riley, got to take a look at him. It'll be first down. McMahon handing to Walter. Walter again, and Walter gains 4. And he is 3 yards away. Second down. McMahon back to throw, looking, firing, and that's going to be Walter, and he drops it. It'll be 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6. McMahon to throw. Looking, he's got it, and that's going to be a first down, Moorhead. The tight end Moorhead in a first down for Chicago. They're driving down the field. This is a huge game for Cincinnati. They give to Walter. Walter again. He's got 1,000. He now has 1,003 on the year. 1,003. It'll be second out. Peyton 2 for 10 yards. Matsui. Sui on a run, and there's Matt down a first down, a gain of 9. Chicago reminds me a lot of the Steelers. It'll be first down. They really do. They go to Sui. Sui again. Sui on the run, and down another gain of 9. Cincinnati has to stop this running attack. It'll be second down and 1. Second down and 1, McMahon. They give to Walter, and he stops short. Loses 1, it'll be third down. 3rd and 2. McMahon to throw. McMahon, quick throw to Walter. Walter down to the 20, to the 15. There's a flag, and let's see what it is.
Holding offense.
It's going to be an offensive hold on boards. And they're going to accept it back to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 12. McMahon to throw. Looking, McMahon. He's going to run, scramble, field goal yards. He won't get there. He only gets 11. And they're going to go for it. It's going to be the 9th play of the drive. It'll be 4th down and 1. 4th and 1 for Chicago. McMahon, they give to Walter. They know where to go. And Walter, and they got 2, and it's a first down. They get the first down, and they get more. First down and 10. McMahon. They give to Walter. Walter on the bottom side. Nothing there. It'll be second down. He went to the left. Near side of the screen. This will be play number 11 over 6 minutes. McMahon to throw. McMahon looking. McMahon, and down he goes. Williams with the sack. It'll be third down and 20. Cincinnati has to come in here to Soldier Field on the turf, which makes the defenses a lot more crazier. Remember, Cincinnati went undefeated in their qualifying 1983 season. 3rd and 20. McMahon. McMahon to throw all the way down, and that's going to be too far. And now Chicago's going to have to kick. And it'll be 4th down and 20, and Buford. Kick, it'll be over and out of bounds at about the 3. Half the quarter, they really didn't get anything. They're going to be on their own 3-yard line. Cincinnati, Anderson, Pete Johnson, Rodney Tate, Dan Ross, Collinsworth over to the upper left, Isaac Curtis. I always thought Collinsworth was a tight end, but their tight end is Dan Ross. There's Isaac Curtis. There, Chicago, legendary defense. Question is, can Cincinnati break out of it? It's going to be first down, Anderson. Anderson, he's going to throw, and they get it. That's going to be Tate. Tate a first down, a gain of 11. First down and 10 for the Bengals. Anderson, he's going to throw it deep, and he couldn't hit Curtis. It'll be second down and 10. Cincinnati back. They're going to run it for the first time, and that's going to be a gain of 4. That's Johnson. 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Anderson, and no good. It'll be 4th down. Oh, they're going to challenge. It's
Ruling
over 50.
On the field is confirmed. Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
So anything over 50, and they got a challenge. It'll be 4th down, and they're going to punt. High and deep. And McNally. Down he goes. First down and 10, 5:33 to go. And here it is, McMahon. They give to Walter Payton to the 45-yard line. It'll be second down and 7. Payton 6 for only 14 yards. Going to give it to him again. Walter breaks a tackle, and there he goes for more. It'll be third down and 3. 3rd and 3. McMahon, and no good. It's going to be 4th down, and now they got a kick. So Buford, And the kick to the near side, and down he goes at the 13. Quickly at the end of the first quarter, Atlanta and Philadelphia are tied. Dallas is over Baltimore. No big start there. Texans lead the Jets. If the Texans win, they'll be 500. Miracle team. Baltimore, Washington, the Giants up 3-0 on the Steelers. Detroit, Miami, that's kind of an upset. New England, way over the 49ers. You can see the 49ers are slumping. Let's see if they can come back. New England is at home and they have Tom Brady. San Diego over Seattle. Denver 3-0. They might get their second win in a row. Carolina 3-0. The Rams down by a point. St. Louis 7-0. First down from the 12. And that's going to be Johnson. And it'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Anderson underneath. And that's going to be a first down. Anderson to Tate. 1st and 10. Kenny. They give it over to the right-hand side, and that's going to be Johnson's 2nd down and 9. They get that good first play, and then on the second series, they're having trouble. 3rd down now and 6 as they go to Tate again. Then they get a little bit of trouble, and they can't get that second first down. It'll be 3rd and 6. He's got Collinsworth, and they finally get that second first down. Oh, Chicago's challenging.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
All right, well, they got one more, and they're going to have to punt. From the 25. 30 to the 34. First down and 10. Back they're going to go to Thomas. And there he goes up to the 49 and a first down. They caught me sleeping as well, midfield. First down for the Bears. They need a win here. They go to Thomas again. Thomas on a run. And 12 more, 23 runs. 29 yards in 2 carries. That'll end the first quarter. We're scoreless, but Chicago's driving. Wow, look at the rushing. Well, the rushing yards are good. It's scoreless. Second quarter. Here we go. It's going to be first down and 10. Going over, it's going to be down to the 31. Gain of 8 will be 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They go to Walter and down to the 29. Let's see what the flag is.
Encroachment defense.
And
Number 76.
No good to that.
5-yard penalty.
So running the football here is Chicago. 13 runs, 4 passes. Peyton again. Peyton to the 21. It's like really with passing, it's one thing, but running, it's like a slow death. 2nd down, they go to Thomas, and there's a flag.
Offsetting penalties. Repeat, 2nd down.
They're going to do it again. So here they go. They go to Thomas to the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Back, they throw it over to Walter, and no. 37 yards, Kevin Butler. And good, and Chicago has an early 3-0 lead. I mean, these are 2 good teams. Cincinnati is 6 and 3. Chicago is 5 and 4. And the 85 Bears, a lot of people, you know, you saw some legendary teams in here. You just thought the 85 Bears would be 7 and 2 or so. We'll take a look at the Bengals here in a second as Anderson goes down. Collinsworth dropped it. And when you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, you see they got beat by the Steelers twice. Their only other loss was the St. Louis Cardinals, but they beat the Ravens twice. They beat New England. They beat Denver. They haven't really had that signature win. They beat Tampa Bay, which was big. Then they beat 71 Dallas, very big points. They're not getting much in the way of offense, even though during their qualifying they're unbelievably big. And that'll be a gain of 9, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Johnson and fumbles. It'll be picked up. Did they get a first down? No, it's another 4th and inches. They're going to watch for the fake. That's the thing, they don't want them running on the fake. And to the 29. Well, to the 27, under 11 minutes to go. Back to throw. They throw it, and that's going to be McKinnon. That's Moorhead with a first down. So a gain of 16, 3-0 Chicago. First down. They give it to Walter. Walter on the run, and Walter gains 6 more. So 10 for 37. You know he's going to break one. 2nd and 4 now. Draw to Walter, and it'll be 3rd down and 2. 17 runs, only 6 passes. McMahon will run, and McMahon gets a first down, needed 2, and he got 3. It'll be a first down and 10. First down and 10. McMahon to Willie. He got it. Willie called in a gain of 20. Now it's all Chicago. The momentum. And the fans are loving it. It'll be first down and 10. Loving all the momentum. Here's McMahon. He's going to throw, no good, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Jimmy, he's got Walter, and Walter dropped it. Oh, he wanted to hang on. 3rd down and 10, Chicago 3-0. Screen to Walter, 20, 15, 10, 5, and it's a touchdown. Walter Payton, and you knew he was going to break one. 26 yards on a 3rd and 10. That'll be a big touchdown for McMahon on the throw. Peyton's first catch on the day. And good as Kevin Butler nails it 10-0. That's incredible. You get him out. I think he's more dangerous receiving out of the backfield than he actually is running. I think he's very dangerous running. We all know that, but I think if he played for the 49ers, he would be so deadly. It'll be first down. Anderson. They give to Tate. There's a flag.
Holding
and
offense. Number 78, 10-yard penalty.
So Anthony Munoz will hold, one of the best offensive linemen of all time. Anderson. And underneath, oh, good 2nd down. 2nd and 20. Back to throw, looking. They're going to throw it down. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and 20. Back to throw. Anderson, they go to Isaac Curtis, and it's going to be 4th down. He's short, but they get enough to bring it up, but they need to start making these because right now, I mean, they're down 10-0. You do so much. And to the 30, to the 31. Maybe to the 29. 5:58 to go. Back to throw. There's McMahon. McMahon up to the 39 and a first down. First down and 10. McMahon back to throw. McMahon will throw it over the middle, and that's going to be complete to the 35-yard line. Moorhead. First down and 10. 5:06 to go. Walter going to the 35, down to the 30-yard line, and a gain of 6. It's just like a bulldozer. You know where it's going. It reminds me a lot of the Miami Dolphins of the 70s. They hand it off again, and a first down to the 20. He's weaving down to the 16. First down and 10, and you're starting to feel that Chicago is going to blow this out. Walter to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 7. Under 3 minutes to go, it'll be second out, 10-0. Chicago trying to make it 17. They give to Walter, and nothing there. It's going to be third down and 3. This is a chance. This is a big chance now for Chicago to get up 17-0. Third down from the 10, McMahon. McMahon over the middle, and it's tipped, and it's caught by Walter, and it's going to be a score. It's going to be a score. Tim Permai hit it in the air, and Walter scored with it. He's got 2 passes, and both are touchdowns. And the point is good, and when you have skill, you can make your own luck. It's 17-0. An incredible performance here. And up to the 22. Let's see the scores. And at halftime, all at halftime, Philadelphia leading. They're trying to sneak in. Dallas leading Baltimore by 7. Houston up. The Texans. Buffalo is up. They need to win to keep their season alive. 10-6 might be enough. The Ravens 14-10 in the Beltway. 6-6 Pittsburgh and New York. Detroit a point over Miami. New England way over San Francisco. San Francisco's got problems. I think that they were figured out by the league. Oakland looking very good. Minnesota, Tampa Bay tied. St. Louis over Green Bay. LA over Kansas City. Seattle and San Diego. San Diego's, ever since their big win against the 49ers, they're kind of struggling, but they are winning. Denver and Jacksonville tied at 3. Cleveland 7. Carolina 6. So here we go. 2 minutes. Anderson. He'll throw, and that's going to be Collinsworth. And a gain of 9, 2 minutes. 17-0. Chicago leading Cincinnati. It'll be first down. Back to throw. And they're going to go incomplete, second down. Second down, 3rd and 1. Sorry. Anderson to throw. They throw, and it's not even going to be close.
Personal foul. Offense number 64, 15-yard penalty.
I was going to say, they're going to accept that on Remington. It'll be 3rd down and 16. Anderson to throw. Anderson underneath, only a gain of 1. And Chicago's going to use the timeout. And you say why? Because a field goal will be good enough. That personal foul made it happen. And here we go to the 47. First down and 10. So here we go. It's going to be first down and 10. McMahon. McMahon will throw to Willie Gault. Man, this guy can fly. The 37. Chicago is just blown away. Cincinnati, 1:33 to go. Out of bounds. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy to throw. Jimmy, and incomplete. Man, the Steelers and the Giants. I'm looking at how big that game is. Chicago very quickly. They lost to Green Bay. They beat Tennessee, beat Denver, lost to Green Bay, so that's the tough part. They killed Detroit, and then Detroit beat them. Oakland barely beat them, and then they beat New Orleans in a big game. And then they came back to beat Buffalo. Their defense ranks very high up there. But their offense, their rushing is good, but their passing is terrible. So here we go, McMahon back to throw. The blitz is on McMahon, and he's got Moorhead. Moorhead down to the 23 and a first down out of bounds. First down and 10. Minute 24. McMahon over, and they're going to get it to the 10. Dennis McKinnon to the 3-yard line. And a first down, they got to hurry it up. 1:16 to go. First down, hurrying it up, 17-0. They go to Walter. Walter down, second down. Second down, Chicago, using their last timeout. Second and goal from the 1. McMahon gives to Walter. Walter up over the top, and he scores. 7 touchdown. And the extra point is up, over, and good. It's 24-0, and this is the Chicago Bears I thought they would be. The 13 to the 20, to the 22. It'll be first down and 10. Back to throw, Anderson. You're going to throw it, and that's going to be a first down, Dan Ross. And timeout, Cincinnati. They need at least a field goal because right now it's so ugly. And Johnson, nothing there. Timeout. Third down, second and 10. Back to throw, Anderson to Isaac Curtis. And out of bounds, a gain of 8. On timeout, he was in. They're down in 2. 23 seconds to go. The throw, it's going to be fourth down. Now they're going to punt. They're going to watch for the fade. They want to do this. They're going to just let it roll, and they'll kick it. I mean, Chicago's just going to run the football. And that'll be at the 9-yard line. They're going to take it. They'll just snap it once and take an knee. So McMahon takes a knee. Total domination. Chicago 24, Cincinnati nothing. And it is absolutely total Chicago second quarter domination. They absolutely blew away the Bengals in that second quarter. We go to the third quarter now, and this game is, I mean, it's 3 touchdowns because it's modern rules. They're going to take a knee and start on the 35. The rushing has been very good for Chicago, and you're going to see a lot more of that. Anderson to Collinsworth, and a gain of 9. You're going to see methodical drives by Cincinnati, but I think it's going to be a bend but don't break as Anderson too far, 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Back to throw, they're going to throw, intercepted. Good night, and that is huge. And Richardson to the 30 to the 29, and here comes Chicago. They're pretty much going to run the football the rest of the way. McMahon, oh, he's going to throw. McMahon to run. McMahon will run to the 25 and a gain of 6. That's the way he's doing it. He's shifty. He can get around. It'll be second down. Walter going. It's going to be a 1-yard gain, 3rd and 3. They'd like to kick it again. They know that really turnovers are the only way they can get back, and that's going to be thrown too far. And now they're going to kick. So here it is. That's Kevin Butler, and he missed the 40-yarder. So Cincinnati will have it back. It'll be a first down. Anderson back to throw over the middle, and a gain of 8. Second down and 2. Clock is ticking. You go to Johnson. Johnson again. That'll be a first down. 24-0. As Anderson will look. Anderson too far. Trying to go to Kreider. It'll be second down. Second down and 10. Anderson underneath, and they're going to run it up. The 48. It'll be third down. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Kenny over, and that's going to be Collinsworth and a first down. They can't because it's under 50%. They can't challenge, so here they go. Back to throw. Anderson too far. They're going to be throwing every down. I mean, it's 25-6 passes to rushes. They're going to throw it again. They're down 24-0. The throw incomplete, third down. I'm surprised at how bad Cincinnati's offense has been. Third down, Anderson. Anderson looking. Anderson will throw underneath to Johnson. It'll be 4th down and 4, and they're going to punt. So 9 minutes to go. There it is. The kick. McNally, no good. First down. And to Walter, and Walter, oh, he did a nice spin. Gain the 7 at the second and 3. Just give me 1 second. As the college football that I'm doing that weekend. Tomorrow we'll have a game. It's going to be a little different. For those of you wondering, Texas beat UTEP 31-7. It was 14-7. And then they just blew them away, 17-0. So here we go. It's 24-0. As McMahon to Thomas, and he's going to get nothing there, 3rd and 3. Chicago needs to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. McMahon to throw, and he throws it a little too far for Willie. And it'll be 4th down, and now they got a kick. They don't want to give up a couple scores really to Cincinnati. They want to keep the shutout going, but they want to get this game over with. 24-0 here. Anderson to throw. Anderson will fire it down. That's going to be Isaac Curtis. And a gain of 16 and a first down. The 1983 Bengals are undefeated. They're 6-3. Anderson down. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's just nothing right now. That's going to be a throw too far. 3rd and 10. 6 minutes to go. Back to throw Anderson. Anderson and Dawson Richardson out of field goal range. So they're going to watch the fake punt. There it is, McAnally into the end zone. So from the 20-yard line. Back they go over to the right-hand side. Walter a gain of 1. It'll be second down. 2nd and 9. Back. They go over, and that's going to be Thomas third down. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Looking, McMahon over, and they got it. That's going to be Marjoram with a first down, and that's the first down. This game has kind of become boring because of the way it's gone.
False start. Offense, number 83, 5-yard penalty. Repeat,
now.
first down.
Willie Galt, the speedster. Quickly checking the other third quarter scores. Atlanta's up big. Dallas still holding up. The Texans still up 6-0. Buffalo still up 7-0. Baltimore still holding up. The Steelers and Giants are still tied. Miami and Detroit are tied. New England still up big. Oakland up big. Tampa Bay, Minnesota tied. St. Louis up 14-7 over Green Bay. LA up by 6. San Diego up by 10. Jacksonville and Denver 10-10. Cleveland 14. Carolina 6. Cleveland, I'll tell you what, they might be tied with Cincinnati, and then they have trouble. It's going to be first down and 15. They pitch it out to Walter. Walter makes a few moves, and he gets 6. Jimbo Covert leading the way there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9, they go to Walter, and Walter up the middle, a gain of 3, third down. 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Looking, they're going to throw a little bit too far. And it's going to be 4th down trying for Moorhead. Here they go. Buford, high and deep. The 10-yard line. To the 15. So to the 12-yard line, it'll be first down. So here we go. It's going to be first down and 10. Chicago 24, Cincinnati nothing. They go to Johnson. Johnson, up to the 22. Gain of 9. So right now, Cincinnati trying to get on the board. Anderson will run and short. It'll be 3rd down and inches at the end of 3. The end of 3 in Chicago 24, Cincinnati nothing. And all the blurbs in the 2nd quarter. Chicago only 1 first down in that 3rd quarter. They're just running the football, trying to get rid of this game. Let's see what happens. Look at the yard. Look at the play zone for Chicago. Look at the plays. They've scored 4 times. 9, 8, 7, 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. I think that's cool. 9, 8, 7, 6. And Anderson on the 3rd and inches. They give to Johnson and a first down. It's so difficult. This defense is starting right now. You get a shutout in this Gold League, that's huge. Kreider drops it, it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down, back to throw. Looking, Anderson. Firing, and that's going to be Isaac Curtis, and a gain of 14. It'll be first down and 10. Anderson again to throw, and that's going to be Collinsworth. A gain of 13. They need 3 touchdowns. Or they might get one early and try a field goal. They might get down early and try a field goal to eliminate the 2-point conversions. 2nd down and 10. Anderson. Back to throw, and they fire to Collinsworth. A gain of 8, 3rd down. 3rd and 2. As Cincinnati trying to get something going, and that's going to be too far. They got to go for it. And here it is. It's going to be 4th down. Anderson to throw. They throw, and it's going to be incomplete. And there they go. So here they go. Chicago 24, Cincinnati nothing.
False start. Offense, number 62, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
So that's going to be Bortz. Chicago. Again, 20 and 34. There it is, and a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 14. 2nd and 14. Back to throw, looking. They're going to give it over, and that'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. They're going to fire it. No good. 4th down. I mean, this game is just, I mean, right now, what do you do? It's 24-0. All the scores, but they've really controlled the game. Cincinnati, they've moved it a little bit, but that's because they're playing nickel and they're allowing teams to go on them. Anderson to Collinsworth, and they got to hurry it up under 10. 1st down. Kenny, deep, no good. 2nd down. 2nd down and 10. Kreider, and Kreider to the 44. So again, Cincinnati, see, they're closing in the yardage gap, but that's because they're playing. That's going to be deep and no good. 2nd down. But that's the thing. They're putting in the yardage gap, but the real thing is, I mean, there's Anderson. Anderson over the middle, no good. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Chicago 24, Cincinnati nothing. Back to throw. Looking. Anderson. And Duerson with the sack. Down at 18, and there it is. So McNally looking good. They want Peyton to get over 100 yards. They will love it. 7.5 to go. Walter fumbles, and Cincinnati will have it. Cincinnati will have the ball. They're going to return it. And down, I would say, to the 6-yard line. So, hold everything. It's not all over yet. Taking a look at the reports, the last one we have, Atlanta's going to win. Dallas trying to hold on. Houston trying to hold on. Tennessee is tied it. Baltimore trying to hold on. The Giants trying to hold on. Miami trying to hold on. New England trying to hold on. Oakland will win. Minnesota trying to hold on. St. Louis trying to hold on. The Rams trying to hold on. San Diego's probably going to win. Jacksonville over Denver. And Carolina trying to hold on against Cleveland. So here they go at the 6-yard line for Cincinnati. Anderson, the throw, scores. There's the extra point. And good. I thought that they would go for 2. So 24-7. Chicago, 15 to the 19. 1st down and 10. 7:13 to go. They go to Walter. They get 3 more. They're just running the football, really. They're falling on it. They're protecting the lead. It'll be 2nd down. They give to Matsui. 2 more. 3rd and 5. Look at that, touchdown is a fluke. Here's McMahon. We'll throw to Willie. Willie's got it. And first down. They get one more time off. First down and 10. Walter again on the run. 2 yards. It'll be second and 8. As really this game hasn't been close at all. No, dropped it. He had it too. I think he might have gotten some yardage there. Third and 8, Walter again. Walter can't get the 100. He's up to 97. And here's the kick. 90. And he fumbled, but he's going to get it back. 3:29 in the game to go. 24-7 Anderson. Look at it, Anderson to run, and he only gets a yard. Richard Dent with the stop, second down. 24-7, 3 minutes to go, no good. Third down. Anderson really not getting anything going here today. 22-44 for 2:09. Kreider out of bounds and a first down. So they get to throw 4 more times. Anderson. Anderson will run. Anderson to about midfield. Cincinnati down by 17. Here they go, Anderson. To the 46. Second and 7. Just gonna go. There's Isaac Curtis. Out of bounds again. 6 plays. This will be number 7 now. 2:17 to go. Kenny underneath to Johnson. Johnson on the run to the 19. 2 timeouts remaining for Cincinnati. Anderson back to throw. Fire it, no good. Second down. 4 to go. Anderson to throw, down 24-7. That's his 50th throw. His 24th incompletion. It's 26 of 52, 52, a touchdown, and interception. Back to throw. Anderson. Intercepted. That's Frazier, and now they're going to run. Walter. Cincinnati should call timeout. We only have 2 remaining anyway. Timeout. It'll be third down and 3. McMahon will take a knee. Cincinnati will call time. I mean, what do you do? They want to score again. Got over 100 yards. That's all they wanted. Kenny on a first down. Deep, no. The fumble, that was the only thing that Chicago really gave up. And then Cincinnati scored a couple plays later. Third down. 42 seconds. Back to throw. Anderson. They need 20. You need to get to the 42. Throw it deep, too far. We're just going to take a knee. Don't want anybody going down, and that's it. Your final 24-7. Really a blowout, and they just absolutely would not. They didn't really open it up. Chicago, a huge win. 104 yards for Walter Payton. All right, well, let's take a look at all the games. Philadelphia. Atlanta gets back on a winning streak. 27-17 over Philadelphia. And that's going to be big there. Dallas and Baltimore. Baltimore wins. So they scored a touchdown with 3:59 to go, and they hit a field goal. 9 plays, 30 yards to the 48. Game was over. They were down 21-7, and Baltimore scored a 20 straight. Burt Jones, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What an incredible game there. Well, the Jets beat the Texans, and that's tough. Very tough. Because the Texans were hoping for a miracle season, and they didn't get it. Buffalo beats Tennessee. Steve Christie hits a field goal, 38 seconds to go. And now that's Buffalo saving their season. Baltimore beat Washington. They couldn't hit the 2. And then Washington got it back, and that was it. Couldn't do it. The Steelers in New York, 13-9. And the Steelers are falling fast. Remember when people were thinking Super Bowl matchup against the 49ers? Miami, 43-29. Marino was great. Same with Landry, but just a little bit better. And how about New England? 41-27. They're 4-6. Don't count them out. They blew away the 49ers. Just blew away. 3 turnovers. And that was huge there. How about Oakland beating New Orleans big? It was 28-0 in the 4th. Then a couple scores, but then New Orleans the turnover on downs. Stabler 8-12. When you get up like that, nobody throws anymore. Minnesota evens a record 13-3 over Tampa Bay. Lots of punts. Lots of punts, 13 of them. And St. Louis 4-6, Green Bay 4-6, 21-10. We saw Cincinnati, Chicago, LA against Kansas City. The Rams are 7-3, 2 losses to the 49ers. James Harris looking good. And there we go, San Diego and Seattle. San Diego holds on. Wow. Seattle, wow. Dan Fouts. Jacksonville 17, Denver 10. Jacksonville 17-10. They're 5-5. And Carolina beat Cleveland. 5:33 to go. They hit a field goal. So Cleveland goes down, and that's a big one. Jagger missed 2. So now you take a look at all the games. Dallas 6-4 in the NFC. Chicago 6-4 in the NFC North. San Francisco 8-2. They've lost 2 out of their last 3. Look at the NFC South. 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, and 5-5. In the East, for Miami, 7-3. Pittsburgh at 6-4. They only have the tiebreaker over Cincinnati. Oakland and San Diego both are 8-2, and Baltimore is 6-4. What a win over Dallas. Playoff picture. Remember, top three. LA is 7-3. Atlanta and Carolina are 6-4. Minnesota, Washington, the Giants, and Tampa Bay are a game behind. In the AFC, you see the top four, and San Diego is 8-2. Them and Oakland got a tangle. Cincinnati second. Cleveland third. Might have Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Cleveland in division, but the fourth playoff spot is Cleveland, New York, Tennessee, and Jacksonville. And Buffalo, Houston, New England, and Baltimore a game behind. So the last one has 8 teams within a game of the playoffs. 8 teams. So let's take a look at week number 11. I mean, those 4 and 6 have to go 5 and 6. So taking a look. Now you have Detroit and Cleveland. Cleveland with the big lead. Oakland and Pittsburgh. That'll be a huge game. We're probably going to have that game. Hopefully we don't go over it. New York and Denver, Jacksonville and Atlanta. Very big game there. Green Bay and Washington, San Diego and New England. New England is not bad. San Diego, a 6-game winning streak. Miami, Kansas City, Houston. The Texans got to beat Tampa Bay. They have to. Chicago, Philadelphia, New Orleans. At home against St. Louis. St. Louis trying to save their season. Baltimore at Minnesota. Buffalo versus Dallas. Big game there. LA hosting Baltimore. Cincinnati at Seattle. The 49ers at home against the Jets. And Carolina and Tennessee. Carolina's in that 6-4 division. Tennessee 5-5. When you take a look, Oakland and Pittsburgh will be easily the best game that we have in number 11. Easily will be the best game. Stephen Davis, 1566 in rushing. Burt Jones, incredible. Chris Brown, the kicking. Lydell Mitchell, unbelievable scoring. If Baltimore can continue, look out. Power rankings. Let's take a look at real quick, the power rankings. San Francisco 1, San Diego 2, Oakland 3, LA 4, Miami 5, Dallas 6, Baltimore 7, Pittsburgh 8. The lowest is Detroit and Denver. The New York Jets are 5-5, and they're pretty much down there. Pittsburgh is 6-4. A lot of 6-4 teams. They should have beat the 49ers. You know, you're going to have that blah game. You will. If they beat the 49ers, they'd be 7-3. San Francisco would be 7-3. But when you take a look at this, I mean, your championship game will be in the Rose Bowl. And when you're in the Rose Bowl, you know, the Rams won it. They do, but that's the whole thing. The 49ers against the Jets at home, they're sliding. If you're the Steelers, you have Oakland at home, then you're at the Ravens, then at the 85 Bears, and 84 Miami, 06 New Orleans, and 01 Baltimore. So they got to beat Oakland at home. And then they finish with 3 home games. They lose in Giants Stadium there. All right, that's going to be it for today. Have a great day. We'll see you later.